Friends, today in Standard 12 Chemistry, I'll be dealing with the adsorption and isotherm and adsorption isobars in the chapter Surface Chemistry. Yes, in our previous section, we have discussed adsorption and absorption and what is the difference between adsorption and absorption. Then we have discussed physisorption and chemisorption. Now, today in the beginning we are going to discuss adsorption isotherm. What is adsorption isotherm? We'll have to understand, okay? Now students, all of us know the two major factors upon which this adsorption depends is temperature and pressure. On which are the two factors on which adsorption depends? Temperature and pressure. Now, if the temperature is kept constant, then what will be the effect of adsorption upon increase of pressure? That I will explain. It is seen that if the temperature is kept constant and pressure is increased, then in the beginning with the increase in pressure, the rate of adsorption increases. But when the saturation point is reached, then what happens? The rate of adsorption becomes constant. There is no more increase in rate of adsorption upon increase of pressure. So here we'll explain, we'll plot a graph and we'll explain graphically. See, adsorption isotherm is a graph which shows how the rate of adsorption increases with pressure when the temperature is kept constant. Do remember what I am telling? Temperature is kept constant. In the beginning, we'll see that it will increase with the increase in pressure, and when the saturation point will be reached, then there will be no increase in adsorption upon increase of pressure. So the graph will be like this. Actually, when saturation point is reached, what happens? A state of equilibrium is reached. The rate of adsorption becomes equal to rate of desorption. So there will be no increase in rate of adsorption upon increase of pressure. The graph will be like this. Now, if you will try to plot a graph of this x by m by versus p for different temperature, then you will get graphs like this. For different temperature, you will see that this is T3, T2, T1. Here T3 will be less than T2 and T2 will be less than T1. Means you are getting graph at lower temperature here, then if you are increasing the temperature there, and then with the increase of temperature this. Now a question may arise that what is the meaning of this x by m? See, we have dealt with the two terms, adsorbate and adsorbent. Adsorbate and adsorbent. Here adsorbate, amount of gas adsorbed is x, and this the mass of adsorbent in which it adsorbed. So X by M is amount of substance adsorbed per unit mass of the substance. So if we are plotting a graph, what type of graph we are seeing? That in the beginning it is increasing, and with the rise of temperature pressure, it is increasing in the beginning, and then when the saturation point is reached, then it becomes constant. So if you want to explain this, you can explain it like this way. In the beginning, at low pressure, X by M is directly proportional to P. Okay? And at high pressure, X by M is directly proportional to P to the power 0. Means X by M is constant. Pressure is not affecting it, so we can write P to the power 0. So if you take a constant, it will be X by M is equal to Kp. Here we can write X by M is equal to K P to the power 0. Here we can write K P to the power 1. At low pressure, what we are writing? X by M is equal to, at low pressure, what we are writing? X by M is equal to K P to the power 1. At high pressure, X by M is equal to K P to the power 0. So, at intermediate pressure, X by M is equal to K P to the power 1 by N. 1 by N is a fraction. 1 by N will be a fraction which lies between 0 to 1. It may be 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5. Okay. Now, this concept of explanation of adsorption isotherm was given by one scientist. So, it is known as Freundlich adsorption isotherm. It is also known as Freundlich adsorption isotherm. So we got at intermediate pressure X by M is equal to K P to the power 1 by M. Now taking log in both the sides, what it will be? Log, this equation I am writing by putting log X by M is equal to log K P to the power 1 by M. So I am rubbing all this. Log X by M is equal to log K P to the power 1 by M. So we can write log X by M is equal to log K plus log 1 by N log P. Here you see we have used this logarithm. Log A into B is equal to log A plus log B. And here you see log A to the power X is equal to X log A. Two formulas we have used. Log A into B is equal to log A plus log B, and log A to the power X is equal to X log A. So we have used these two formulas. So we are getting log X by M is equal to log K plus 1 by N log P. Now if you plot a graph, log A to the power X is equal to X log A. We are applying this formula. Log X by M is equal to log K plus 1 by N log P. Log A into B is equal to log A plus log B. Here we are writing And now this 1 by n will come this side because log a to the power x is equal to x log a. So we are getting this. Now you see, this is an equation of a straight line. Here y is equal to mx plus c. So this is y and this is m, this is x and this is c. So if you plot a graph, between log x by m versus log p, then intercept will be equal to log k and slope will be equal to 1 by n. Slope will be equal to log 1 by n. So what is adsorption isotherm? It is a graph plotted when temperature is kept constant. At constant temperature, what is the effect of adsorption on increasing or decreasing pressure? That graph is known as adsorption isotherm. Yes, definitely here in adsorption isotherm, I have shown that upon increase in pressure, how the adsorption is increasing in the beginning, and when it is reaching a saturation point, then it is becoming constant. Now we have shown, after taking this log in both the sides, how we can get an equation of a straight line and how we can show that graphically. Okay. Now I will discuss adsorption isobar. What is adsorption isobar? That will study now. Yes, I told you students that two factors on which adsorption mainly depends. One is pressure, another is temperature. So let us see, if we keep this pressure constant, then how the rate of adsorption varies with temperature. Here we all have learned that adsorption is an exothermic process. So with the increase in temperature, the rate of adsorption decreases, because we all know, we have studied that for exothermic reaction, if temperature is increased, then the rate of reaction decreases. But we have studied chemisorption and physisorption. And in chemisorption, in the beginning, with the increase of temperature, the rate of adsorption increases. Why it increases? Because energy is required to start a chemical equation. What is that energy? That energy is activation energy. So we say, why in chemisorption, in the beginning, with the increase in temperature, why the rate of adsorption increases? We'll say that it increases because energy is required as activation energy to start a chemical reaction, that is chemisorption. So let us see graphically how can you plot a graph for the rate of variation of rate of adsorption with pressure when with temperature when pressure is kept constant. Here students, adsorption isobar. Here for Physi as well as chemisorption I will discuss. For physisorption we will find X by A versus T when pressure is kept constant. Pressure is constant. How we are getting? For Physics option will get the graph like this. No, for chemis option will get the graph like this. Chemis option will get the graph like this. And for physics option, how you will get the graph? Yes, I am drawing, I am showing. X by m versus t. It will be like this. Now, you see in the beginning, oh, here I have not drawn it properly. Okay, let me rub it and draw. X by m versus t. For chemis option, you see, in the beginning it is increasing with the rise in temperature, and when activation energy it is getting to start the reaction, then the rate of adsorption starts decreasing with increasing temperature. But here, physics option, we all know that no chemical reaction takes place. So, here from beginning we can see the effect. Physics option, from beginning we can see the effect that with the increase in temperature, the rate of adsorption is decreasing. So this is all about adsorption isobar and adsorption isotherm. Now we'll discuss some of the applications of adsorption. Now I will discuss the applications of adsorption. First one is production of vacuum. Yes, adsorption has a very important role in production of vacuum. Traces of air present in any vessel can be removed if you add some charcoal in it. Charcoal adsorbs the traces of air and helps in creating vacuum. Next is gas mask. Gas mask, activated charcoal is used. This activated charcoal is used in our gas mask. It absorbs the poisonous gases. So people going in coal mines or some other place where there is poisonous gases, then they use this mask, and this gas mask absorbs the poisonous gases, thus makes the person helps the person to breathe clean air. Okay. Next one is control of humidity. Yes, silica gel and ammonium gel. These are used for adsorption of moisture, so it helps in controlling humidity. Then removal of coloring matter. Some charcoals, animal charcoals are used to remove the coloring material. We have discussed that in purification of sugar we use charcoal. That charcoal absorbs the coloring matter. Then separation of inert gases. Inert gases is possible to separate due to this adsorption. When coconut charcoal is used, they are adsorbed at different rates, so they can be separated. Next one, in curing diseases. Yes, what happens? Drugs get adsorbed in certain germs and helps to kill the germs, thus helps in curing diseases. Then heterogeneous catalysis. Certain solid catalysts like iron, etc. are used. These catalysts absorb the gases. So the gases come closer to each other and the reaction becomes faster. All of you remember that in production of ammonia from N2 and H2, iron catalyst is used. Okay. Then absorption indicators. Certain dyes are there which absorbs and changes the color and helps us to determine the end point. Okay, so this is another use of adsorption. You will find some more use that in flotation process also adsorption is used. So please go through all the uses from NCERT book. Okay.